Hello everyone, welcome back to Mitch Bay. So again, before we start, I'd like to get our mindset right, think about our focus, and here we go. So this is a Goodwill store in the Clairemont area in San Diego. These shoes looked okay, but they weren't not a brand name. And brand naming is kind of the way it goes with a lot of shoes on eBay, so I kind of skipped those. This pair here looked okay, but I sold a pair of those before. It took about 3 months to sell them, and I'm kind of a fast turnover guy, so I said no to those. But these I thought were interesting. These are DKNY, so I put them in the basket because I'll look at the stuff later for you guys. This pair here was also interesting too, so I said, okay, let me try these out as well because those two looked interesting. So let's keep on going down here in the Goodwill store. I'll look at some more shelves here. All the time you're thinking about what's unique, what's different, what looks interesting, right? Even your heavy brand names like Nike, those might be up there too. So look at those as well when you're shopping for your shoes, of course, right? And always understand when you're shopping for shoes, if you buy shoes, remember your shipping cost. I always have the buyer pay shipping because shoes can get pretty expensive to ship out. So just be aware of that as well. These were okay, but there's a little tear I saw in the back. I didn't show it on my video here, but in the back was a little like razor cut there. So if it rained, the water would get right in there. So I said no. At this point too, please subscribe to my channel, hit like and also comment, and please tell me what state or country you're watching from. These are kind of unique, but you know, they're okay. I wasn't that impressed with them, so I didn't bother with those. I kept on going. Mind you, there's like 100 shoes in here, you know, in that store. My finger wagging, that was because there's like paint residue on those other shoes. This pair of shoes got me because why? Remember what I told you? These were made in Spain. I like any type of European shoe. I think it's always a good bargain, at least research and see what it's worth, because Americans tend to like European products, and that also includes the shoes. And so those are kind of nice. And again, I'm going down the aisle, looking at different shoes, thinking, maybe not, maybe so. Here we have again the plateware. If you guys know about plateware, ceramics, glasses, you can make a killing here in these eBay stores. I do not know about these, so I do not invest in any of that kind of stuff. And plus, if I had to ship glassware, you probably get it in about 1,000 pieces. I'm not good with shipping with glass, right? We all should know our limitations no matter what we do. So again, you'll see right now, because it's Thanksgiving and Christmas, a lot of holiday type themes going on here, as you can see. And again, if you guys have an idea about what goes on for selling Christmas type decorations or antiquities, you can really do well here. I'm telling you, you can really do well. These shelves have just usual knickknacks on here, and I see some things every once in a while, but it's hard again for me to understand what's what once I have more time. At this point here, I came to the back of the store where I kind of hide out here so I can film these videos for you guys. Okay, this first pair here is called Crown Vintage. I have never heard of Crown Vintage, so I thought, okay, this might be kind of cool. It's also, look at the shoe. It's a winter type shoe, right? It's not a summer shoe. Because remember, I'm going for the fast sell. I don't want to sit there for 3 or 4 months on my shelf. So I'm not going for a winter shoe. I'm not going for a summer shoe. I'm going for a winter shoe because it gets cold. So here I am again, you guys, you know, sold comps. Looking at it again. I'm going to check again, double check, make sure I press the button there. There we go. What kind of shoes for Crown Vintage sold? That's what I'm checking right now. I'm not really impressed, but it's okay. At this point too, you guys, please subscribe, hit like, please comment. What state or country are you also watching me from, please? So again, I've got some near misses to this shoe, but just not the exact shoe. I probably could have sold this one, put it in my basket. I would have got a minimal profit here because this Goodwill knew what the value of this shoe was. They definitely knew. It was priced just for a sale for somebody. It wasn't priced for a resale, shall we say, right? It's just priced to sell. So that's okay. I said no to that shoe. But again, I look at every angle. There was one part of the shoe I was kind of worried about anyway. Now this pair here is the Andre Assayas. I hope I say that right. This shoe is also made in Spain. A very cool shoe. I liked it a lot. It looked very comfortable to me. I thought, you know, it looks like a nice shoe. Plus it has that foreign touch to it. People like that, you know. If you list that in your eBay store, blah, 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 made in Spain, made in Europe, made in wherever, it doesn't matter. If it has that non-American selling product to it, it makes it unique already, right? Because these shoes came from Spain, right? So it's kind of cool. They look really good too. In fact, the truth is I bought these. I brought them home already. I haven't had a chance to list them yet, but these really passed the test. They have one little error though. See there in the corner there, a little tear right there. That's okay. I'm just going to list that and tell them, hey, there's a little tear right here, and just so you're aware. Make sure your buyers are aware of every defect at any product you sell. You don't want a buyer to say, hey, they sold me a bad product on purpose. You don't want to deal with that. Just tell them everything up front, and they will be happy, hopefully, right? So there we go. I couldn't find a direct shoe that looked like the Andre Asoyas, so I didn't care because it's such a unique shoe. I have confidence it'll sell. And no, it's not even a winter shoe, right? It isn't. But this one is unique. So I don't mind having it sit on my shelf for 2 or 3 or 4 months because I know when the summertime comes or springtime comes, this shoe will sell in America. This I already know. So sometimes you do that too. Most of the time for your inventory, it should be weather related, right? You don't want to try to sell bathing suits really in November. You want to try to sell some winter coats, or boots, or gloves, mittens, scarves, things of that nature, things that are appropriate for the weather. Now you can still start stocking up on your summertime gear if you want to for your store if you like. But just remember though, you got to have some shelf space because it's going to sit there for a while, right? It's going to sit there for quite a while. This is the Breckles. I have never heard of Breckles before either. Breckles, interesting boot. I thought it was kind of interesting to look at, so I took it down here to show you guys. You guys see, I look at every corner of these shoes. I look at everything there. I look at up, down, top, whatever. Right there, the glue looked kind of weird. See the glue right there? I thought, that's kind of interesting. So I don't know if I wanted to buy those, and I did not buy those because also the zippers did not work on the other side. And I'll show you what happened here. I'm looking through there, right? I want to look in there and see for the if it's leather or not. I always check for leather, right? People like that leather shoes, The shoe looks great, but I had a little bit of a time with the zippers there. I'll show you that later. Or maybe I didn't put it on the video. I'm not sure at this point here, but the shoe's a good shoe. I just didn't think I could turn a profit because my profits are always for double. I mean, I know some eBayers go for $5 or $6. That's fine. My profit margin is always double, so I don't even do it. I don't even waste my time with it anymore. That's kind of how I do my shoes. Or any other product on my store. I'm going for a double profit. But still, these shoes are nice. If you bought the shoes for yourself, that's a fantastic investment just for a person for themselves, But in my opinion, it is not a good resale value. It just isn't. It just didn't match up. So I said no. But as you can see, as I'm scrolling down for you, I'm looking at here and said, no. The last one here is called the DKNY, of course. DKNY. Donna, Coran, New York, right? Everybody likes DKNY. These boots are kind of cool. They look nice. The only thing wrong, they're for $20, right? So when you do the sold comps, maybe $25 there, sometimes $28. They're a perfect shoe. They really were. But again, I couldn't get the flip rate from these things. For me to buy a 20 pair of shoes, I got to get a $40 hit, right? I couldn't get that from these shoes. Remember, I'm always going double. That's just my standard. You're going to have your own standard too as you go on with your store, but you got to have your own standards, right? A lot of eBay stores that sell for $5 or $6 profit. I just don't do that. I always sell for the double the profit. That's just kind of how I've always done my stores, and it makes me most comfortable that way too. I get some good sales that way. So there we go, right? And then I was thinking too, this shoe, I mean, it would really be a nice gift too for somebody also. It just wouldn't be a good resale. So this shoe was hard, you guys. It really was. I mean, you're going to come across these things too, these mental quagmires, right? Where you're going to come across and say, oh my gosh, should I get it or should I not get it, right? You're going to think, oh man. And this was one of those moments where I was like, oh boy, here we go. And I've been doing this for like a long time. I still hit these mental quagmires still where I'm stuck with this decision, not really sure. Is it worth the profit? And it looks really good, but I said, no, I just can't do it. How about you guys? Would you buy this shoe or not? You tell me. At this point here too, please subscribe. I'd really appreciate that. Also too, a gold mine here are your college books. You guys want to look for these college books, especially in the nursing fields. That's really great. This book here, it was not a good resale, so I didn't bother getting it, but when you go to these stores, these Goodwill stores, look in the book section because nobody is over there looking for these books. If you find a college book within 2 or 3 years, out of print, you can make some good money from selling these books. It's really, really great. So look for them. That's what I always do. And see here, you can see on my phone here, I'm showing you how I flip it, if I want to flip it. But this book just didn't have enough room for me to make a double profit, so I didn't do it. Now, again, some folks would do that. They will say, okay, I can make $4 profit, and they'll do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just depends on how you want to run your store, your tolerance, right? That's what it all depends on. You can't use my metrics for how you're going to run your store, right? It's just my metrics, so I've got to have double the hit, or I just don't invest in it. And so there we go. There we go. That book's okay, though. And again, another thing, too, is Bible books always sell well. They do very well. This one here was pretty close to what I wanted for profit, if you look at it. But they just do well. I like the Bible books. Make sure for that, though, you have some room on your shelf if you want some books. They get heavy, so make sure your shelf can hold up to the weight. This one, too, also had some inscription in there. So make sure you tell people, hey, the first page has some writing in it, As much detail as you can give somebody in the description, that is what you want to do. Because you want somebody to come back at you and say, oh, they didn't tell me this, they didn't tell me that. No, I told you this here, I told you that here, and look at the product description. It's right there for you. So here we go again with the barcode device, and there we go, pop. See? The eBay app is very good. I want you guys to use that app as much as you can because it works really well. It's really your best friend when it comes to shopping for your modern products with barcodes, okay? It's a great product. So there we go. The Bible book just didn't have the profit I wanted. I still think that it would be a really good investment, though, for somebody, obviously, but it just wasn't for me. So at this point here, you guys, I want to tell you thank you for watching my video, and please hit subscribe and like. I would really appreciate that. And tell me what country or state you're watching from. Any questions? Let me know, you guys. Have a good day. Bye-bye.